Hey everybody, welcome to Rebootleggers. Oh, that's some weird energy I'm bringing.
Oh boy.
This is a comedy podcast where we reboot things that nobody wanted rebooted. I'm Scott.
I'm Frank.
No, you're not. Don't.
I'm Frank.
Just doubling down on it. Frank is different today. And I was told he wouldn't be here, but apparently it's Rebecca who wouldn't be here, and Frank is still here. So this is
Peels off Frank mask.
Oh, God.
It was me the whole time.
gross. Where did you even get that? And
Don't ask questions.
how did you know what Frank looked like?
That's such a good question.
We're joined by, instead of Frank, a very special guest today, Sarah Everett in the studio. Welcome, Sarah.
Hello. In the studio far away. In the studio hundreds of miles away.
Nobody knows that.
Oh, well, they do now.
Damn it.
Which is so funny because, like, how would I know what Frank looks like if we recorded in the same room every time?
Well,
You don't know what he looks like?
what nobody knows about Frank is that he's notoriously shy and always wears, you wouldn't think I'd be friends with him because of this, but he's always wearing the Guy Fawkes mask, and it's a whole thing.
Oh.
He's not. I regret.
Is it Guy Fawkes?
Well, if he's French, it is.
I'm learning so much today.
Because that was in... Oh, wait. Was Guy Fawkes French? Guy Fawkes?
Guy Fawkes. Okay, I literally just made the connection that you were saying Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, but because he was... Oh, never mind. He was English and French. It was probably Guy for him. In French, that name is pronounced Guy.
Okay, in my brain, I've always said Guy, like the rest of most people.
Right, yeah. The French name Guy is spelled G-A-Y, and there was a guy at my church whose name was that, and when it was his birthday in the bulletin, young Scott had a chuckle. Anyway, we're going to reboot Hamlet because somehow Sarah has never even heard of it.
That's not true. I've heard of I have done my hardest to avoid all Shakespeare plays for my entire life, and these dum-dums are trying to change that for me.
Why have you tried so hard?
I don't like Shakespeare.
That's fine.
I don't like him. Number one, he's boring. Number two, I'm pretty sure he stole a lot of shit. And
Sarah, his birthday is 4/20.
Is it?
Yeah.
So is Hitler's, though, Rebecca. And so is my ex-boyfriend, so...
Oh, that's 2 strikes against 420.
That's 3 strikes against 420.
Oh, Hamlet was a strike too? I mean, Shakespeare?
Yeah, I just don't care about him, yeah.
Or does Hitler count as 2?
Hitler does count as... Hitler counts as a lot.
All 3 strikes.
Yeah. So I've never seen Hamlet. I have seen Hamlet 2, which I love, so...
Yeah, that one was pretty good.
Yeah, he sure did. It came out...
Yeah, you should look up Hamlet 2.
Was
it's
this
actually
like
very
they
fun.
found
Are you
it buried?
joking? Wait, you
No.
actually have not seen Hamlet 2.
Girl, I've barely seen Hamlet 1.
You should watch Hamlet 2. It's very good.
It's a dementedly hilarious... Wait, is that Weird Al? Nope, that's Steve Coogan.
Mm-hmm. I can see where you would get confused.
I can also see.
Okay.
It's a good movie. It's
Okay.
like me who have not seen the first Hamlet. This movie, Hamlet 2, is made for me.
I've seen the Kenneth Branagh Hamlet. Also, I had to read it in school, but...
It's so good.
It's good.
Have you seen the David Tennant version?
What?
There's a David Tennant version. Pat Stew's in it. Kate Winslet's in it. Oh, man, it's so good. That's
I love. It's on Amazon. Oh, man. Did they modernize it, or do I have to, like, relearn how to talk Shakespeare?
That's what I don't like about...
I think you gotta relearn how to talk Shakespeare.
Okay.
I can't do it, guys. I can't prepare myself.
They say soft as an exclamation, so, you know.
What does that mean?
Gosh, I don't know. They'll just say, like, but soft, and it means, like, oh, hey, or something.
It means, like, chill out.
It means chill out?
I don't know. Shakespeare.
Rebecca, I'm really sorry I'm putting a damper on.
No, this is the show. You're filling Frank's role super good.
Am I? Okay, great.
Or one of us. This is you are doing one of us. We always need someone to not want to do the thing that we're doing.
I don't want to be like a bummer in Bummer Town. So.
Well, this is your opportunity to make a Hamlet that you would watch.
Okay, that's great. We will look forward.
So Rebecca, you want to give us a quick rundown of Hamlet for those of us who might not know?
Yeah, this is not going to be good. Okay, so Hamlet, right? He's the Prince of Denmark. And
a made-up country.
Yeah. Yes.
Does that mean he's like a Viking-ish?
Okay, so Hamlet, his dad is the king of Denmark, and his dad died. Womp womp. And King Hamlet's brother, Claudius.
King Hamlet is Hamlet Jr.'s dad. Hamlet.
He's
they're
Scar.
both named Hamlet.
He's Scar.
Yeah. Wait, no.
No?
King Hamlet is Mufasa.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let me break this down to you in Lion King terms. So, in Lion King Hamlet, Lion King, Mufasa dead, right?
King Hamlet.
King Hamlet. But then Scar, Claudius, marries the mom. I don't remember the mom's name.
Queen Mom.
The mom is Sarabi.
So Claudius marries Sarabi and is now the king, right? And Sarabi's like, okay. And Hamlet's like, this motherfucker, I fucking know. Oh, actually, no, because King Hamlet
you forgot the
Ghost.
biggest part.
King Hamlet Ghost
Literally
appears.
the first scene in the play.
Oh man, there's ghosts in this? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, King Hamlet
Mufasa
Ghost.
is also a ghost, so okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
Mufasa
he's a
appears.
Sky god.
And he's like, listen, I was murdered. My brother did it. Avenge me. And Hamlet's like,
Fuck
better
yeah, Dad.
procrastinate this for another couple of years. and
I
so
see some
Hamlet
similarities in myself here.
and so Hamlet just like skulks around saying, I know this motherfucker like killed my dad and I know he married my mom and now
This is his strategy. He's shit talking.
Yeah,
My
his strategy
uncle
is
is
to
now-
pretend like he went insane for a bit for some reason. Like he just pretends like he went nuts. He's real mean to his girlfriend.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, we can change
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and Ophelia's like, I love you, and he's like, get the fuck
Oh
away.
wait,
And she's like, but I love
Ophelia
you.
is in this. Okay, so I definitely have heard of the name Ophelia. I didn't know that
Yeah.
she was in Hamlet.
He tells her
Yeah.
to go be a nun when she says she wants to get married, and he's like,
Very
And so she's like,
cool.
might as well kill myself.
yeah. So then she kills herself because it's a Shakespeare.
And like the grand arc, Hamlet is like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put on a play in which it's the Lion King.
Yeah.
Dude.
And the king is gonna get murdered by his brother, and I'm gonna make my uncle watch, and I'm just gonna watch him writhe uncomfortably.
Yeah.
I hate the plays within the play of fucking Shakespeare. And you know what? We'll get down to it. That's why I hate Shakespeare, because I had to sit through a Midsummer Night's Dream like 7 times as a kid, and I fucking hate it. Sorry. Okay, let's go on.
Okay, so he does the play, and the uncle's like, ooh, boy, like tugging at his collar, right? And then everyone dies.
Yeah.
How?
Well,
Okay,
so,
I'm gonna need you to be
Yeah.
more specific than that.
earlier in the play, Hamlet does kill Ophelia's dad because Ophelia's
Jesus.
dad is snooping behind some curtains, and Hamlet thinks
Valid
it's his
reason
uncle.
to kill someone.
Yeah, Hamlet thinks it's his uncle. He's like, oh, someone's behind the curtains, and he just gets a stabbing.
Stabs through the curtain, not knowing who it
Yep.
is.
Yep, it could have been it could have been 2 children like standing on top
In
of
a
each
trench
other.
coat.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's part of why Ophelia gets upset. But so then Ophelia's brother blames Hamlet.
I suspect that that's why she's on.
It makes more sense than being upset over this whiny, broody boy. But so then Ophelia's brother, if I recall correctly, then he blames Hamlet for his father and his sister's death, understandably. So then he challenges Hamlet to a duel. Hamlet is kicking his ass. So then Hamlet's uncle gets... what's Ophelia's brother's name, Rebecca? Do you know? We'll call him Dave. So Hamlet's uncle gives Dave some poison, and he has him put it on the tip of his sword. So all he has to... So, like... Because the way the duel works, they're not trying to kill each other. They're just trying to, like, cut each other 3 times. And so first to 3 wins, and then so he puts some poison on his sword, and then he just fucking cheats and goes and cuts Hamlet on the arm before the ref even said to go.
Laertes?
Laertes, that's right.
Yeah.
This is so complicated. He could just accidentally stab him really bad.
Yeah, it was...
Of going to get the poison. Just
Well,
with the sword that's in
Well, and there's like so many opportunities for Hamlet to kill Claudius beforehand, but he's like, no.
Well, he also wants to.
I don't
wait.
feel
I think
like
part of it too is he wants Claudius to admit that he did it, because otherwise everyone thinks that Hamlet's just a dick, I guess.
Well, there's also a point where he finds Claudius praying, and he's like, if I kill him while he's praying, Claudius will go to heaven.
Right.
I don't want that to happen.
very spiteful. I love it. I'm into it.
But then Hamlet and Laertes are fighting. Hamlet does kill Laertes, and then Laertes tells him, hey, I poisoned my sword. Like, Laertes feels bad about it. He's like, I poisoned you. And then Hamlet forces his uncle to, he like stabs his uncle. In the Kenneth Branagh version,
because there's poison. There's poison somewhere.
He makes his
there's
uncle drink
poison
the
in
poison.
a goblet.
In the Kenneth Branagh version, he throws his sword and impales his uncle to his own throne, and then makes him drink the poison, and it's very badass.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, you're gonna want to look that up.
This is
okay.
wildly...
So there's a poison cup, right? The sword fighting begins. Hamlet scores the first hit, but declines to drink from the king's proffered goblet. Instead, Gertrude takes a drink from it and is
And
swiftly
she
killed.
dies. Right, she gets sick.
Yeah, because she's like, oh,
that's
don't
a
drink
bummer.
my husband's wine.
Yeah.
And then Laertes wounds Hamlet, and then Hamlet gets poisoned that way. And then Laertes is cut by his own sword's blade, and then he's like, oh, fuck, I
What
poisoned
a
my blade.
dumbass. Oh my god.
And then Hamlet does stab Claudius with the poisoned sword and forces him to drink down the rest of the poisoned wine. Claudius dies, Hamlet dies, everybody dies.
I hate everyone in this. Everyone is a dumb bozo.
Anyway, so let's make it better.
Okay.
Let's make it better.
Okay, let's make it better. As authored by us and not Shakespeare.
And Hamlet does get kidnapped by pirates in the middle of the acts, and then they never talk about it.
Okay.
So I guess let's get into our first segment, and this is what we call Love It or Leave It.
Love me or leave me or let me be lonely.
So we're going to talk
Okay.
about what we want to keep, what we're going to get rid of. Oh, also what Rebecca didn't tell you is Hamlet's dad was killed by the way he was poisoned, but the poison was poured into his ear, which I guess that kills you too.
Oh my god, that's such a horrible
While
way
he was sleeping, he just dumped it in the ear.
Oh, I just also wanted to thank you guys for walking me through that. I really appreciate that.
Oh, it's important.
Did, to take me through to Hamlet.
Sure. You know, you're probably not the only one who's not ever even known about Hamlet. So
Really, we're educating the masses.
That's true. You're doing a public service.
So, Sarah, we can start with you. Based on all of this, what are one or multiple things that you definitely want to keep and definitely want to get rid of?
Okay, as I understand it, the death of Ophelia is like a big scene, right? There's like paintings about it and shit. So why don't we just keep her alive? How about
Okay,
we
I'm into that.
keep her alive? She don't die. Number 2. Okay, so what are we getting rid of? I feel like unless we talk about the pirates,
Yeah, we could.
Why don't we make that more important?
I like that.
Make that more important. What do we get rid of? I don't know. Like, as much as
You're pretty vocal about how much you hate plays within a play.
I hate the plays within the play.
So we gotta figure. Okay, that's fine. We just gotta figure out a different way for Hamlet to gotcha his uncle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the play within the play is gone.
Do you think Shakespeare things did the play within the play so often because they it was easier than building sets? They could just be like, well, look, we already got a stage right fucking here. What
Very
if we just had them
convenient.
doing a play?
Yeah,
But
very
it's also
possible.
a way to include more backstory.
Yeah, I agree.
Save
How?
some time. Save some time and include more backstory.
By making another play?
Yeah.
I don't understand where you're going with this.
This is why you failed AP Lit.
I got an A in that class. I failed the AP test. Thank you very much.
Okay, so those 2 things. One more thing to get rid of. I really don't. I don't like this. The sword fight with the poison is so funny to me. It's so ridiculous. I feel like we should get rid of the poison and make it even more ridiculous.
We could keep it and make it a comedy where just 1,000 times more people keep accidentally getting poisoned, and Hamlet is like,
okay,
God
I
damn
like
it.
this direction. Yeah,
Hamlet
okay,
keeps
so-
trying to get his uncle, and someone else gets poisoned.
Okay,
what
so
if? Okay.
my things. Those are my things. I think you guys should go on what you want to keep.
Okay, I definitely want to keep ghosts. I want more.
Oh yeah,
ghosts.
ghosts. More ghosts. An army of ghosts.
I want more. Okay, I want more ghosts, and I want
The pirates
more...
are all ghosts.
Holy shit. Okay, yes. I also want, like I just said, I want more accidental deaths. I want most of the movie. I want it to be like an inspect. You guys seen the Pink Panther? You know how his bodyguard is always jumping him. I want it to be like that. Only like Hamlet keeps jumping the wrong person and killing them, and he's like, "Son of a bitch!"
He's just making ghosts.
Yes, and then he makes more ghosts.
Okay, I would be okay with the death of Ophelia if her death was an accident, like somehow,
like Ophelia's hiding behind the curtain.
Yeah. Oh,
There's just a scene.
Because that's the thing. Here's what I think we should get rid of. We should get rid of just a bunch of characters. We don't need
get
this
them out
many
of there.
characters.
Like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Who the fuck are those guys? I think there's college buddies.
Horatio? Who's that guy?
Are those
Horatio's the guy telling the story, though.
Who's Horatio? This is the first I'm hearing of Horatio.
Yeah, I can't believe Horatio is Hamlet's best friend who's only there to be the guy who lives. He's the guy who survives all of it. And then, so we could get rid of Horatio. He doesn't
this
do
is all
shit.
stuff that we don't need.
Okay.
I'm
picturing us at a whiteboard and we're just erasing shit. Like
Rebecca didn't even talk about Hamlet's famous soliloquy in the graveyard where he debates whether he should kill himself or go through with his whole weird plan. And then he decides, I'm going to go through with my whole weird plan. Let's start pretending I'm crazy for some reason. When he holds the skull and he's like, this guy used to dress up like a clown and entertain me. And
Oh, is that what that is? The whole thing, the school thing? Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of, references from my life coming together, right?
So, more ghosts. I think we should have a scene where there's just a room full of curtains and he stabs like 8 people. He's like, oh, there's someone behind this one too. God damn it. Oh,
That's
this
good.
one.
That's very good.
I love this.
Because Hamlet's kind of like, he's very, he to me is the perfect like movie representation of a guy who thinks he's better at everything than he really is.
Absolutely. Every white guy ever.
Exactly. He's this super rich prince guy who thinks that he's got this brilliant plan that is actually just total bullshit. So in our movie, he's just constantly fucking up, but he's like, I'm killing it.
What if he accidentally stabs Horatio, who's telling us the story, and then we don't know where to go from?
We see the ghost tell Hamlet. The next scene is Horatio starting to tell the story, and Hamlet jumps jumps in from off frame, and he's like, "Die, motherfucker!" And then he goes, "Oh shit." This Horatio. All right, I got to think this through. And then he just walks off.
So we have ghosts. We have more people who are killed behind curtains.
By accident. Yeah, accidental deaths. Rebecca, are you getting rid of anything? I mean, you got rid of Horatio.
Yeah, like a ton of ancillary characters. I would love to... let me think about this. I like the poison. Like, I like random poisoning.
Yeah.
I am very into random poisoning. Please do not quote me on that. Take that out of context.
That's the promo. That's the promo for this. It's just a clip of, I am very into random poisoning.
Oh, no. I've revealed myself.
And then I'm just going to share a few headlines of suspicious poisonings.
I'm sorry I interrupted you, Rebecca. Okay, please continue.
No, you're good.
That's improv.
I just want to keep like a ton of like random poisonings.
Can
like
we?
Behind, like if you touch one of the curtains, it's poison too.
Oh, this one had poison on it. Shit.
Oh no.
I like more random poisonings. I also kind of want just like more, like it's Hamlet just is. There's a wake of death following him, and it is just people dying, like poisonings. Maybe there's guns. Maybe there's like pianos falling on people. It is just absurd.
Safes.
Oh, safes.
Yeah.
Anvils.
Anvils.
Sticks of
Pianos
dynamite.
falling from the sky.
This is wonderful. He is the most dangerous person to be around.
I love this.
He's like Murphy's Law, the person.
Oh,
yes.
Man.
Okay.
That's
Holy
a movie
shit.
title.
Yeah.
Murphy's Law, the person.
I feel like there's got to be like a Doctor Who about that, where someone admits like he's like Black Cat in Spider-Man. Doesn't she have like bad luck powers? Like everyone around her.
That's a pretty cool power to have.
So he's like that, but worse and really bad at it.
Oh, he's the Hitch of, or is that not Hitch? Hancock.
I was like, he makes everybody,
Sorry,
horny.
different movies.
Different Will Smith movie.
Different Will Smith movies.
He's really bad at his. Maybe he was cursed, but I don't know. I like it better when it's everybody's dying because Hamlet's just a dumbass, not because of some supernatural thing causing him to kill everyone. I don't know. I like dumb Hamlet better than.
I like dumb Hamlet better.
I do like so many accidental deaths just because of negligence.
Right. And like most rich white dudes, he just takes it in stride like, well, that was unavoidable.
Yep.
Couldn't be helped.
Oh well.
Anything else we want to keep or get rid of? Any last minute items? I feel like, Rebecca, if maybe you want to get on this, just just start writing a list of every character so then we can go through how each of them dies now.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's start. So I got rid of a ton of ancillary characters. So we're gonna keep Hamlet, Ophelia, Daddy Ghost,
Daddy Ghost,
Uncle,
boy.
Queen Mom, Ophelia's dad, and Ophelia's brother.
Perf. And
that sound good?
Horatio briefly.
And Horatio shows up at the end like, what happened?
As a ghost. Horatio's like, and that's why there are no people alive in Denmark.
And that's why Denmark went extinct thousands of years ago.
Yeah, it's a made-up country.
Much like Attila the Hun with real people, Hamlet is responsible for 1% of ghosts.
Oh no, is that true? About Attila the Hun?
Oh yeah, like there's, I think like
oh yeah, like everyone's related to
a
Attila. Like everyone's
hugely
related to
large
Attila
percent
the
of the
Hun.
population has some Attila the Hun genes.
Is it apparent that I dropped out of high school in this episode?
I don't know that I learned that in high school.
Well, Hamlet.
I mean, I
Shakespeare.
did, but
Well,
what's our next segment?
it's called. Yep, this is the one I always forget. It's called When and Where. And it's where we talk about the setting and genre. I think our genre is a comedy.
Oh, it's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. An
Now-
accidental kind of comedy.
An accidental what director would direct this comedy? This is never a thing we've ever done in this segment, but I think it really, for a comedy...
David Lynch. No. No, not David Lynch for a comedy.
You know those movies that like Waiting for Guffman and Best in Show.
I've never seen that.
God damn it. He also did... This is Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up.
What if it was like a mockumentary?
He's the six-fingered man.
Yes.
Holy shit,
Rob
yes.
Reiner?
Is it Rob Reiner?
No.
It's Spinal
Oh my
Tap.
god, he is the director. Christopher Guest is the writer.
Christopher Guest.
Okay.
Christopher
That's what I'm
Guest,
thinking.
the six-fingered man from Princess Bride.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking we make this like a Christopher Guest
Yes,
movie.
abso-fucking-lutely. This is good because then it's like so Hamlet hires this replaces the play. He hires a film crew to document this. And it's just them documenting him ineptly murdering people.
I love this idea.
This is
Rebecca,
so
how
good.
do you feel?
No, I am 1,000% on board.
This is so good. Okay, and here's my other question. Is it still set in... Is it 1600s, whenever, like, vampire times Denmark, or is it modern
Vampire
day?
times? Listen,
you know vampire time?
anytime is vampire time. There's no restrictions on when vampires can be around. How do we feel? Oh, modern day could be very interesting.
They did do a modern day Hamlet in the 80s, where I think Hamlet is Judd Nelson.
What?
Yeah, I want to say it's Judd Nelson.
I don't know who that is.
He's the rough kid in Breakfast Club.
Oh, okay, cool.
He's the voice of Hot Rod in the Transformers cartoon movie.
Is that him? Jesus.
I don't think he was actually in Hamlet. I'm misremembering. Who did it? I don't remember. Julia Stiles is in it, though. And instead of making a play, he...
No, that's 10 Things I Hate About You.
No, that's Heath Ledger.
It's also that I know for sure that's a Shakespeare thing, right? Which one?
That's
It's Taming of the Shrew.
Okay.
Taming of the Shrew, yeah. When I saw that movie for the very first time, Joseph Gordon-Levitt came on the screen, and I said, "Wait, that's Heath Ledger?" And then Heath Ledger came on the screen.
No.
I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Oh boy.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Trying to figure out with Judd Nelson? Oh, we wanted to make it modern day. Modern day could be good, but also
We could also make it like the 80s.
80s.
I think it would be very funny keeping it in the 1700s and having a mockumentary crew still.
Oh, that could be so good.
But whatever you guys are into.
Oh, that's a good point. How would they have a Oh my gosh.
It could still, like, this is our story, you know, like, it can work.
Rebecca, what do you think?
Yeah, like the more ridiculous it gets,
I like. So hang on. When was original Hamlet set? Hamlet was set in the 1300s, way late. Somewhere in the 14th and 15th century. 1300
way
to
late or way
1499.
early?
Well, it's either 1300 to 1499, anywhere in there.
Them's a lot of options.
That's so many years. I guess Denmark was doing fine. You know, it's Ethan Hawke in this movie, not Judd Nelson.
Ethan Hawke is Hamlet? Hold on, now you
that's
have
him.
my attention.
Yep,
I
I'm
believe
here.
that's my boy Ethan.
You have my attention.
Ethan Hawke Hamlet. Instead of making a play, he makes an indie film. Oh yeah, and his like to be or not to be soliloquy is him just wandering through a blockbuster, thinking to himself.
I love this.
Yeah, I forgot all about this movie and that it's Ethan Hawke and Julia Stiles is Ophelia. I think she lives.
Okay, I like her to live.
Oh my god, it's actually a blockbuster. I just thought it was like a movie rental, but it's totally a blockbuster.
I love the idea of having an existential crisis
In a
inside a
blockbuster.
blockbuster. Yes.
We've all done it at least once.
Yeah. Everyone who was born in the 80s has done it.
Just, oh my god, what am I gonna rent? They made a movie about baby dinosaurs? They made 4 movies about people finding baby dinosaurs?
To rent or not to rent?
I, of course, am referencing the movie Pre-Hysteria, a classic movie about
Oh, is that the
claymation
cartoon?
dinosaurs.
No, that's not the cartoon.
That's We're Back.
That is We're Back.
I got you.
Man, We're Back gave me nightmares.
It is
Really?
a fucked up, weird movie with the mind controlling the kids and the crow and the screw
I
man.
actually don't remember any of these things that you're
It's weird and creepy. But
Yeah,
I mean,
it's weird.
Is
And
that
then
Don
like the
Bluth?
dinosaurs get mind controlled.
Is that Don
Hey,
Bluth?
guys.
Is that why? Because that dude loves
I
creepy
love Don
cartoons.
Bluth.
I love him too,
It might
but
be.
What if we had mind controlled dinosaurs?
in Hamlet. Okay, now we're getting into rebootleggers territory. It's not a
we're
rebootleggers
going
reboot
somewhere.
without dinosaurs, giant robots, or magical girls. So,
Magical girls? All girls are magical.
well, but I mean like Sailor Moon magical girls.
I see. Actual magic. Cool.
Okay, so we got our setting.
Okay.
We got our setting. We got our genre. Wait, do we got our setting? Is it modern day or 1700s film crew?
1700s film crew.
Okay, perfect. Let's move on to the best segment called Who Can It Be?
Can it be now?
And this is where we get down to the characters and casting.
Yes! Okay, I'm very
So
into this.
we need to
And
cast
also,
people.
Sarah, you also have to include the Sprouse twins.
Yes, Dylan and Cole
I'm
Sprouse have to
sorry.
be somewhere in this movie.
The who?
The Dylan,
Sprouses?
Zach and Cody.
Okay, I've never seen Zach and Cody.
You've seen Riverdale, right?
You've seen
No.
Riverdale.
Sarah, what do you even do with your time?
What do you watch?
I just watch 30 Rock over and over and over.
Oh, I can relate to that.
Okay, I'm looking. Oh, one of them is very good looking, and I feel weird about this.
Well, they're
'Cause they're
identical twins.
babies. What?
Yeah, they're twins.
They're identical
Yeah.
twins.
Okay. They are
So-
twins, so both of them are very good looking.
I mean, one of them's on Riverdale, so it's a requirement he's got to be a hot teen. Well, a hot adult playing
This
a hot
dude's
teen.
only 4 years younger than me, but he's essentially a baby.
Wait, what? They're only...
26,
Really? I thought they were like 10 years younger than me.
born in 1992.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Okay.
Why did I think I was so much older than these kids?
So we have to put them in somewhere. Is that
Yeah, they don't have to be
they're
big, or
ghosts,
they can
for
be.
sure. They're
Okay.
ghosts.
It's just a rebootleggers rule. They got to be somewhere. We're trying to
I like this rule.
we're trying to see if we can do it often enough that eventually one of them hears about it and comes on the show.
Okay, please put me in for that.
This is my The Secret Vision board. I'm putting that out into the universe.
Okay, let's get back to casting.
Okay, so Rebecca, you got that list of characters that we can just jam through?
Yeah, okay. So, Hamlet.
Who's Hamlet?
Somebody who's like manic. Like
Ben Schwartz again. I know I just used him, but we don't have
Ben
to.
Schwartz.
Can you imagine?
Yep.
But oh my god! So I said it,
Okay,
and
I
then I
like
felt
Ben
like we
Schwartz.
shouldn't have done it because we just used him. But can you imagine Jean Ralphio as Hamlet?
I like it. Yep.
Just he
Ooh,
fits
you know who the uncle's got to be? Jason Mantzoukas.
Oh my god.
I have to look it up. I have to.
He's in
Yes.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
He's
yes.
just like loudly being confused and upset about what's happening the whole time, while Hamlet as
I'm
Jean Ralphio
picturing-
as Hamlet is loudly going around acting like everything he does is on purpose.
But I want Jason Mantzoukas from B99. I want him.
Yes,
as Gary
Pimento.
as the uncle.
Okay, at one point he can say, let's get butt slammed, and it'll be really funny, because that's what he does in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and it's probably his best line ever.
Yeah.
So he's the uncle, which is very funny to me because he's not that much older than Ben Schwartz.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Okay. Who?
Okay, so
Next.
Ghost King, Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad.
Who would be a really funny ghost dad?
A ghost dad to Ben Schwartz's Hamlet.
Oh, Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, Kelsey.
Grammer.
Now, is Ghost Dad being very serious, or is Ghost Dad just an adult version of Jean Ralphio? Like a more...
I feel like
He's-
Ghost Dad is the straight man.
Okay, so he's trying so hard to get Jean Ralphio to listen to him, and he's just doing that thing where he's looking around everywhere and fidgeting like crazy in his seat. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's
This
good.
is very good.
And then we've got Laertes, Ophelia's brother.
Ophelia's brother. Well, who's Ophelia?
Oh, these are the Sprouse twins.
Ophelia is one of the Sprouse
Oh,
twins.
I like this very much.
Then that
Actually.
keeps in that Shakespearean tradition of all the women being
Yeah.
played by men. But only Ophelia is going to be a man, because for Queen Mom, I'm thinking, well, what's Queen Mom's character going to be like in this movie?
So she's like pretty dumb in the play.
Right.
Well, we're gonna throw that away. She's smart in this.
Catherine O'Hara.
Okay, we got.
fucking-
Oh my god!
Well,
I'm
so when you say
stoked.
Catherine O'Hara, you mean Moira Rose.
Yeah, Hamlet.
Yes. Oh my fucking god, yes. Okay.
Yeah, Moira Rose as King Mom.
Well, okay, now, we don't have to, but this makes me want to recast Ghost Dad as Eugene Levy.
Ghost Dad is Eugene Levy.
Okay,
Can you imagine
okay.
him getting
I'm into it.
exasperated at Jean Ralphio? Because I feel like that would be delightful.
Yep. And then Horatio has to be Horatio Sands, because him and Ben Schwartz work together a lot.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yep, I'm into it.
Okay, cool. This is a very good cast.
I'm
It's a very
enjoying
good
this a
cast.
lot.
Let's
okay,
fast
so
track this movie.
now, it is important, Rebecca, which Sprouse is Ophelia and which is Laertes?
Why does it matter?
Oh, Sarah. Oh, Sarah.
Okay, sorry.
Cole so Cole is Laertes and Dylan is Ophelia.
Perfect. And then, what's Ophelia's dad's name? I think it starts with a P. Is it Polonius?
I didn't
Yeah,
write
it's
his
Polonius.
name down. Polonius, yeah.
So who's Polonius? Is he Kelsey Grammer?
Yep.
He can be Kelsey Grammer.
Apparently he was Bill Murray in... Which one? In the 80s one? I don't know.
What?
Bill Murray was Polonius in a movie. I have a lot of complicated feelings about Bill Murray.
You do?
Well, he's just like... kind of sucks, it turns out. which
I
Guess what? Everyone that you ever love kind of sucks.
yeah, very true.
Jeez.
Except for me.
Yeah, except for us. We're the good. We're the good guys.
I like how Rebecca jumped on that. Sarah's like, well, except me. Also me. Also me. I don't suck either. Okay, this is probably the best cast we've ever had on this. Frank's going to be super bummed he missed this episode.
I'm sad for Frank.
Can I
Well,
get...
he made his choice.
He's here in spirit. Yeah.
Frank chose to go party like it's college for some reason. We need random ghosts. Should we, like, just throw a few dream castings of who can be ghost cameos, or should
Rudolph.
we just ignore it? Okay, Maya Rudolph ghost.
Sasha Baron Cohen.
Very good. Ray Fiennes.
Yes. But like really snooty. Like he's stuck up to shit.
Rebecca, who do you want as a cameo ghost?
As a cameo ghost.
A cameo? No.
A ghostio.
Yep, we got it.
Gameo means you have very good legs and you're barely in the movie.
What?
Because gams? Because sometimes they're called gams?
I've never heard them called gams in my
I have. I see what he's doing, and it's not great. I'm just going to do a quick Google search for ghost cameos.
Rebecca, you of all people, don't shame me for puns.
I do what I want.
Okay, let's talk about throwing in. I'm just trying to think of who. I mean, Nick Offerman and Megan
Mullally.
Mullally. I never know if it's Mullally or Mullally.
I say Mullally.
I say Mullally.
Well, we all,
Mullally, Mullally.
That's the new potato, like Rebecca just said.
Mullally, Mullally.
She'd be great just as a random ghost who's just like, they're just doing Ron and Tammy in the background of one scene, just being gross.
Yes. Yelling and just like causing a scene.
So here's what I'm envisioning for this movie. At the very beginning of the movie, there aren't that many ghosts. We do see him, like, a lot of people die, but by the end of the movie, there is an exponentially more, like, greater number of ghosts than people we've seen die, just implying that Hamlet has killed so many more people than we've seen. And so it's
like I kind of think so. Like Hamlet, I feel like Hamlet gets sent home from school because he's like killed the whole school.
He's like, my uncle's here, and they're like, Hamlet, you are in fucking Hungary. You are overseas. Yeah. Your uncle is not here. So then I think by the ghosts are like in the way of the audience, like trying to watch this movie because there's so many ghosts. Like it is a fog of ghosts.
A fog of ghosts.
Just Ron Swanson.
I can barely walk through. There's too many ghosts.
Like the actors, the main cast are like shouting over the ghosts, trying to pretend like they're not there. All right, let's get to our final segment called What's Going On? And this is where we plot this out. Now, it's still basically Hamlet, but it's going to have some twists. Sarah, I'd like you to take the lead on this. This is your movie.
Oh, man, this is the movie.
For better or worse, your name's on this project. We don't have to get super in-depth in the plot. Just kind of outline the big points. We can, like, talk about specific scenes that we definitely want to see in this movie. I mean, the plot's still Hamlet. Unky kills Papa.
Unky kills Papa.
Okay, so
do we in the traditional Hamlet play, it starts like Dad is already dead. I think he's dead and buried, and Hamlet's just like outside. He's
at the cemetery, brooding, like having a meltdown or something.
We could do it that way. In the play, he's just like out hanging out on the walls with some guards. Like there's some guards, and they're like, "Who the fuck's that?" And they're like, "Oh shit, it's Hamlet." And Hamlet's like, "Hey, you guys see that glowy guy over there?" And they're all like, "Oh shit, there's a ghost."
Oh.
Well, I wonder too, like if he like has a identity crisis because he didn't kill Daddy. Somebody else killed Daddy.
Oh, like Simba, because Simba is led to believe that it's his fault. So is our Hamlet led to believe the same thing?
I like this. This makes sense for me. But how would it be his fault?
So this is what I would like.
Random poisonings.
So is he already randomly poisoning people before his dad dies?
This is a thing that has been going on for his entire life. Randomly poisoning people.
Or is it his dad suddenly dies? Also, here's a question. I just now thought, is Hamlet like a child in our movie? Because then it'd be very easy.
No, he's a college student. He's like a college student. Remember? Because he's like killing all
He's just very dumb. So
yeah.
Could it be that when his dad dies, he goes to his uncle, he's like, how did my dad die? And his uncle's like, you did it, buddy. And he's like, oh, shit.
You did, buddy. But he's like, I don't
dick.
Remember doing that.
I don't think I did. Maybe his uncle, like, it's one of those, like, Christian guilt things. It's like, well, because you've been looking at porn, dude.
Oh, no. Very specific.
Like, God's been punishing you.
Yeah. Okay, I like this.
His uncle is just the worst type of uncle.
It's good.
No, it makes his uncle more shitty, which it works for our movie. And it makes Hamlet more sympathetic, despite him being an arrogant, shitty white dude who just fucks up all over the place.
We have complicated feelings about Hamlet.
Oh, can we get real quick? I want to get Taika Waititi in here somewhere as a ghost.
Yes, I also think I don't know. Maybe. Rebecca, what do you think?
I like him. I love him. But where do you want to put him?
Yeah.
Can he be
Ghosty?
Rosencrantz?
He could be the skull. The skull that Hamlet talks to.
Yes, and make the skull talk.
Yeah, the skull talks back, and then the rest of the movie, Hamlet carries around the skull. Here's my other question. I know I said that the whole cast is shouting over the ghost by the end, but what if is it only Hamlet who can see the ghosts? And so it's got to be everyone.
Maybe it is only Hamlet who can see the ghosts, but then when you become a ghost, you see all the other ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, but all the other alive people are like, Hamlet looks 1,000 times crazier than he is.
Crazy.
Yeah. Maybe maybe Hamlet doesn't even pretend to go crazy in our movie. Everyone else just thinks he's going crazy because he's seeing ghosts everywhere from all the people he's killing.
Yes, this is good. And he's just like dealing with what's the problem here? There's ghosts, like.
He'll be like in the middle of talking to his mom. He's like, Mom, I really feel like, get off! Get off! I'm kind of mad at Uncle. Hey!
Just constantly shouting at misbehaving ghosts. He's like the ghost wrangler, just like telling everybody to stop doing their shit.
Like, everybody just calm down.
I will feed you in a minute. Okay, what do ghosts eat?
We ain't gotta worry about that. It's not about how ghosts eat. This is about how Hamlet get revenge on his daddy murder.
That's right.
Rebecca, I am not used to you trying to keep us on task. This is very...
I am. This is the role that Rebecca plays in my life every day.
Oh, weird. On this show, she usually dives super deep into the rabbit holes.
Okay, so we've got the situation where we've got the beginning.
From Jersey Shore?
No.
He's not.
Is Mike
he's no
Situation
part of this.
Sorrentino in this?
He's no part of this. So we've got Hamlet's not really crazy. There's just a lot of ghosts.
So we decided Hamlet's dad's already dead. We don't see the murder. Maybe they're at the viewing, and Hamlet's like, how did he die? Because for some reason, he has a very high voice. Is he like serious until that? No, he's got to still be just Jean-Ralphio the whole time.
Oh yeah, I honestly forgot that it was Jean-Ralphio.
Can we also, even though it takes place in the 1700s and has a film crew, I want him to be dressed like modern day Jean-Ralphio, like
and like an orange glittery tracksuit.
A lot of glitter, like a lot of scarves, like just and just hair to the heavens,
and singing.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yes. Like, sing talking.
Like, Claudius, you're the one.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
They'd be like, ooh, I thought that guy was my dad, but then I stabbed him behind the curtain.
I would. Oh my god, I love it.
That was very good.
What if we had, not to make it a Parks and Rec thing because we have Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally, but I really need everybody. Adam Scott to be in here now at somewhere.
Well, then we also need Jenny Slate too.
Okay. Is Jenny Slate? No, it's got to be Dylan still, but her as an Ophelia would be good.
I was just gonna say her as Ophelia, but then we have to reassign the twins.
Can she? Who's mom? Oh,
Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, that's
Moira
too
Rose.
good. That's too good. Rebecca, I think you got to start bringing back some ancillary characters that you got.
No, I got rid of everybody. What if? Because I really don't like Kelsey Grammer.
Oh, you don't?
Make Jenny Slate Polonius.
Oh,
yes,
he's Ophelia's
Dead
dad.
daddy.
That's very good. I was gonna say, what if just halfway through the movie, Hamlet's suddenly played by Jenny Slate?
What if Hamlet is two people?
As Mona Lisa Ralphio. No, I like her better as Uncle because then. But is she?
No, because the uncle is Jason Mantzoukas.
Oh, Polonius.
But do we want Ghost Daddy? We can make
sorry.
Jenny Slate Ghost Daddy.
I thought No, we wanted Jenny Slate to be Polonius.
The Ghost Daddy.
I very much
no,
like.
Polonius
oh wait,
is
no, just kidding.
Ophelia
I'm
Daddy.
bad. I'm bad. Oh, because Eugene Levy is Ghost Daddy. Polonius. Okay, I'm just gonna. Yeah. Okay, so Ophelia's dad is Polonius. I'm making that change.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you typing it?
Are you writing?
Yeah,
this
I am. I have everything written down.
Okay.
Who knows somebody who can make this movie happen? I would watch the shit out of this. Okay, I think we need the scene with Ophelia and Hamlet where Hamlet's a real dick to her, but then instead of her just winding up dead and Hamlet being like, oh man, that's a bummer, sorry about that, I think Ophelia's got to go do something cool instead of going and killing herself.
Like get a college degree or something.
Which is very cool to nerds, Rebecca.
Have you guys heard of or read the Choose Your Own Adventure Hamlet written by Ryan North, who he currently writes Squirrel Girl and he writes dinosaur comics?
I didn't know that this existed.
So he wrote a Choose Your Own Adventure as Hamlet, and in it I think you can choose to you play as either Hamlet. I think Horatio is someone, and then Ophelia. And in his book, Ophelia is like, she's basically Princess Bubblegum. She's like super sciencey and super cool.
Love Princess Bubblegum.
Yeah, it's really good. He also did a second one called Romeo and or Juliet, where it's a Choose Your Own Adventure as either one of those. It's super good. He's great. But so I'm thinking Ophelia is like that, where she's like real sciencey. She's like, all right, fuck you. I'm just gonna go.
I do like this.
Cure polio or something. Like
That's very good.
she's like, I ain't gonna get hung up on no bitchy white boy. Also, so in the play, and I think in every movie, Hamlet is like super goth. Like he's always he's not goth.
It's like broody or like the
He's just super
attitude-wise?
broody, and he's always wearing black. Like he's super
Okay.
broody, always in black, like really angsty. And our Hamlet is not at all that, because he's Jean Ralphio.
He's the opposite.
He tells off Ophelia. She goes and gets a college degree. Maybe at the end of the movie, she comes back and she's like, "What the fuck happened?"
Here, I have my degree.
She's like, "I was gone for 2 months. What did you do?"
Okay, I'm back with a PhD. What did I miss?
And then, one of the things you can do with Ophelia. Sorry, I just remembered all these good things. You can have her go become a pirate in the Choose Your Own Adventure,
And she has a college degree.
and she has a college degree. It's a whole thing. We haven't talked about the pirates at all. Are they still in this movie?
Yes.
Are they?
He killed them on the way back from college.
There we go. He just shows up with like a crew of ghost pirates, but they're
He's like, I took this boat home, but then I accidentally killed everybody on it.
and they're the cast of Entourage, just following him around like an entourage.
Yes. Turtle. Which one's Turtle?
I think Turtle is Turtle. Like it's the cast of Entourage.
Like it is actual cast of Entourage in 1700s.
I've never seen it, so I'm picturing an actual turtle.
You know what? That's
actual
probably for the best. It's probably for the best.
He just has a turtle when he comes back. In the first half of the movie, he does not have a turtle. In the second half of the movie, he has
is the
one,
turtle.
but he never talks. The second half of the movie, he is an animated turtle using that Lion King CG. But he still wears Jean Ralphio scarves. And he has Jean Ralphio's hair on I'm imagining like a huge tortoise, like a Galapagos tortoise.
Okay. I'm into this.
This is super fucking weird. This movie's getting the weirdest. Okay, so then we need the scene where there's just a room full of curtains and he stabs so many people. How does she, his mom, die?
Accidental stabbing.
Accidental stabbing.
Catherine
During the
O'Hara?
duel?
Oh, what if she gets stabbed but does not die? Do we
Okay.
die? She can die.
I mean, everybody dies.
Yeah, okay. She dies.
Oh yeah, because Hamlet does die too. Does Hamlet still die by cheating at the duel? How does the duel work? Is it a
See,
dance off?
I feel like Hamlet should accidentally live.
Dance off.
I just feel like they should be in this documentary, Hamlet. Or do you think they like give him a sword and he's like, oh, like he has no fucking clue what he's doing with it, and he's just running
Yes.
around like freaking out.
That is very good.
And then Laertes ends up cutting himself accidentally. Like everyone who dies is because Hamlet keeps miraculously dodging out of the way, and Laertes is killing people during this duel.
See, but I feel like it has to be Hamlet
It's gotta be
accidentally killing
Hamlet.
everybody.
So maybe Hamlet's just like swinging his sword around like nuts and just wildly missing Laertes, but for some
like,
reason,
what if it's not even a fight, but Hamlet has headphones on and he's dancing with a
With a
sword.
Oh my god, yes. He has headphones on, waving a sword wildly. Absolutely a dangerous thing to do.
And just accidentally killing people and not realizing it. And then he takes off his headphones, opens his eyes, and
He's
he's
like, "Oh,
surrounded
shit."
by
And
a bunch
now
of dead bodies
it's
and
a
ghosts.
new dance called the Hamlet.
oh
Oh my god. Okay, what if we have Chelsea Peretti as
Oh my
Gina
God.
from Brooklyn Nine-Nine in this, who loves to dance also?
just somewhere in there
Just somewhere.
dances through.
She shows up as a maid.
Okay.
But she's like very bad at it and has other people queen for her.
So
Yes.
then I think he takes off his headphones. His uncle is like laying there dying, admits that he killed his dad, and Hamlet's like, oh shit, I did it.
Oh no.
He's like, all right. And then Ophelia comes back and she's like, the fuck? And And
Left
Hamlet's
you alone for
plagued by
1
ghosts.
hour. What did you do?
Dude.
I went out to run a quick errand to get my PhD, and I come home to this.
I was enrolling in school. I was at orientation. Christ, Hamlet, you're the worst. And then he says, I'm the worst. And then the movie's over.
Yay!
Credits.
Credits.
We did
And
it.
Does he kill a documentary guy?
Yes. Oh my god. And it's a huge thing. And he like is like, oh my god, I'm so like he feels really bad.
They like cut to like, it's like he's like, oh my god. It's like the boom mic just falls. He's like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. Oh my! It's like the one time he like acknowledges that he killed someone by accident. He's like, "Holy fuck! I'm so sorry! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
What
god!"
if the entire time he's like swinging around swords and like accidentally almost getting people and like see that interaction with the documentary people?
They're like, "Oh god!"
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, and then they're like
Oh,
lecturing
this is so
him,
good.
like, "You gotta be more careful, man." Like,
Hey, buddy. Hey, like, it's like you can't really hear them either because they're not
Exactly.
mics. You can just kind of hear. They're just like, hey, buddy. You gotta be really careful with this. Yeah. No, I know. I know. I love this. This is amazing. Okay, so next, Sarah, we're gonna do our final unofficial segment, and this is, I don't know why we keep doing this, but this is a thing we do where we pick out a food and beverage pairing for the audience to consume while they're watching this, just something that pairs perfectly with this. And so what are they gonna eat, and then what flavor of Mountain Dew are they drinking? Because it's always Mountain Dew.
well, Code Red.
Oh, see, Rebecca,
The first one
picks
everyone
Code
goes
Red.
to.
Whoa, what? I mean, I don't. How many flavors of Mountain Dew are there?
A lot.
I have not had Mountain Dew for many moons.
They have a whole wiki. They've got a whole wiki.
Oh my god.
It's fine though. Code Red's fine.
Is there a purple Mountain? Oh, Midnight. Is that what it is?
It's called Pitch Black.
Pitch
and hell
Black, yeah.
It's great flavored. It's the best kind.
Mountain Dew Midnight is a better name, but okay, cool. And then what are they eating?
What are they eating?
What is a good food to go with this wild ass movie that we have just constructed? I really don't want to be boring and say pizza, man, but like,
I think
What's a food that like accidentally kills a lot of people?
yeah.
romaine lettuce.
Romaine.
No, thank you.
Caesar salad. A nice Caesar salad to
No,
go with your
thank
pitch
you.
black.
Gross.
So bad.
Pizza's too boring. Okay, I got it. A nice homemade lasagna.
Oh, but you got to make the lasagna. Yes,
A
absolutely.
nice homemade lasagna, and then you sit down. You spend 5 hours making it, and you sit down to this movie, and it's I don't know, with your Mountain Dew. It's a nice, you know.
Do we make this movie like? Do we make this movie like 6 hours long?
Oh,
so part of the
absolutely,
experience is you
absolutely.
have to.
Yeah, it's like 3 VHS tapes.
You have to be like. Part of the experience is you have to be making the lasagna while this movie is going on.
Yep.
Like it's this. That's very good. Awesome. Well, that's gonna do it for us, listeners. Thank you so much for joining us on what may be the weirdest movie we've ever rebooted.
I'm so honored.
I'm so stoked about that. If you like the show, please give us a good rating and review on iTunes. It helps us out so much. So much. It's not even fair how much iTunes has clout over this, but that's where we're at. I'm not salty about it. Sarah, thank you so much for coming on the show. We
Thank you for
super enjoyed
having me.
you.
It was a lot of fun.
Where can our listeners find you or your work?
I am a bad tweeter on Twitter at goddammit Sarah.
Oh, because that's what people say when they read your tweets.
Yeah,
I get
it's
it.
what I say to myself the most often. So that's why it's my handle.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again. We loved having you. Listeners, thank you so much. Until next time, I'm Scott Owen.
I'm Frank.
I knew it. And not Rebecca, Sarah, we always end the episode with a password for our listeners to get into the next time. So so if you could just give us our password.
Bubblegum.
Oh.
Oh, that
love
was
it.
quick.
Soup just had that locked and loaded.
Let's see it. Hello, sweetie.
What would you little maniacs like to do first?
Hello, little boys, little toys.
And a bunch of a-holes.
Guess who's back? Back again. Sweetie's back. Tell a friend. That's right. Hello, Sweetie podcast is returning with brand new episodes starting August of 2019.
That's right. You heard that correctly.
You can hear us talk about so many things like tiny hats,
Thimbles,
turtles,
your mom's house,
the internet,
tiny dogs,
a game you play on your TV,
tiny dogs wearing tiny hats, little books,
cigarettes.
lots of small things.
What's with the small things?
Talking about the news in the movies,
TV,
the comic bookses, music, video gameses,
science, and more. Find us everywhere you found us before. Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, the internet, and Google Play.
World's Backest Podcast.